Hi guys, welcome to Brandix Reviews, and this is part 2 of my Star Wars solo retrospective. When I say solo, I've reviewed these films before, but I've never actually done it on my own, kind of uninterrupted. So this one I'm talking about Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, released in 2012. Now you may actually notice like just this absolute look of cynicism over my face as I'm even saying the name of this film. I'm not going to rip into the film too much, that's not the point of this video, but it's just, there's not really much to say positive about this film. It's, I reckon, overall, because my opinions change quite a lot of the time, not like dramatically, but in terms of which you think is the worst films of the prequels, that can kind of vary. But I think overall, Attack of the Clones is pretty much my least favourite. Ask me on any day of the week, pretty much, and the answer will usually be Attack of the Clones being the weakest of them. It's also got just the most annoying and the most intelligence insulting, and also just I don't buy a lot of the stuff in it, like the romance thing between Amidala and Anakin Skywalker. Just it's so contrived and just so unbelievable and ridiculous. There was one reviewer actually said it was as if this film was written by aliens that have no idea like about how humans bond together and didn't know how to kind of put that on screen and sell it as legitimate. That's pretty much my feeling with this. There's lots of other things. A lot of people nitpick films. I mean, I don't tend to nitpick, and there certainly is a lot in this that you can do. But it's just, I think it was a bad era for films, really. The sort of post-2000s was bad for a lot of franchises. And you look at, not just franchises, but general genres, like the action genre, you know, the films with like Arnie and Stallone and Bruce Willis, really just died down after the sort of 99, 2000 era. And they were kind of on the way out in the late 90s anyway. But it was just one of those kind of eras, just generally for films. There weren't a lot of really good film franchises at that time. There were a lot of good individual films, don't get me wrong. There's a long list of stuff that came out around about then, but franchises in particular were just being kind of taken over by films like this and films like The Mummy that were less than mediocre and just laden with really, really bad CGI that just looked terrible. And I'm not saying, oh, well, by today's standards. Back then, it looked bad. They were grafting. Look, it was like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where you've got cartoons alongside humans. I mean, it works in that film's context, but when it's supposed to be real, it just looked bad and fake. And they had all these really good actors like Ewan McGregor, like really good actors, and Samuel L. Jackson, just really not able to perform all that great, to the point where their acting performance in the film is pretty shocking. In all of these films, just terrible. And that's not their fault. It's the director. It's the job of the director to get the most out of your actors. That's why in a lot of cases when they cast somebody who's not a great actor or actress in something that we know is coming out, it's like, well, maybe the director can kind of bring it out of them. That's one of the things I'm hoping with like the upcoming Wonder Woman film, and also her performance in Batman v Superman. Gal Gadot, not a great actress. She hasn't proved herself as a great actress, let's put it that way. But if she is under a director that can really kind of bring out some acting skills in her, it's possible. Equally, you can have a really great actor who is directed just terribly, and George Lucas is a pretty bad film director. He's great in a lot of ways. I mean, obviously creating universes, the technological side of it, he's an absolute legend, and deserves a lot more respect than he gets for the good stuff. But actual film director specifically, not all that good. So I mean, he did a good job with the original Star Wars film, but Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi weren't directed by him, and you can certainly see the difference. So that's just my kind of little rant about that anyway. Now, the film itself, my kind of fan perspective, my memories. Like I said in my last video, I pretty much drank the Star Wars Kool-Aid, as they say in America. We don't have Kool-Aid in the UK, but I know what the expression means, and that's, how it works. I was a fanboy. When it came out, I thought it was pretty good. I was buzzing when I saw it. That's the description that I'm using with these films. It wasn't that I liked them and thought they were good films. It was the buzz of seeing them. Just in the context of I grew up with the Star Wars films, and as a lot of people have, and it was just kind of the film's terribleness was overshadowed by that buzz. It wasn't hype. It wasn't like, oh, you were bombarded with the trailers and all that stuff, and you kind of bought it. I didn't even need the trailers, to be honest, to be buzzing about this. I could have got into it having not seen them and still been as excited. It just was what it was at the time, and I was, as I said in my last video, I was in denial for a long time about the franchise, the prequel franchise in particular, being any good. I just thought, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm kind of, but there was something, like I said in the last video, there was something behind that was just very unfulfilled, and it was very anticlimactic. But I just kind of I wasn't really conscious of it. It's kind of a weird feeling. It's like I said in the last video, I keep referring to the last video because I'm repeating myself, because a lot of the same stuff that I experienced in The Phantom Menace was prominent throughout the next two films. It's like when you're in a relationship with somebody that you really want to be with because you kind of project what you want onto them, but the reality of the situation is that person can be a horrible person, and that eats away at you, and you ignore it, and you don't see it, and you're kind of overwhelmed with just, I'm so happy to be with them, I'm so grateful to be with them, this is great, this is awesome, when really it's not. And when you kind of spend a bit of time after that, you think, actually I'm happier now than I was back then. So I think that's really something that is a genuine comparison to be made with the Star Wars films. So again, this video is probably not going to be as long as my last one, because I'm just going to be repeating a lot of what I said in the last video. I mean, the film itself you can certainly nitpick at, like I say, and certain little things just kind of, I've just watched this film now just before I did this review, and the certain little things just really kind of, they're so stupid they're actually amusing. Just little things. There's the bit in particular where Amidala is in the arena, and she's on top of this kind of like a pillar thing, and this giant rat, whatever it is, just kind of jumps up and like slashes at her back, which then makes like half of her top just like disappear. I'm sure there was a reason for that. Nothing to do with the fact that they wanted a bit of Natalie Portman's skin kind of exposed so they could use it on promotional material and have this, this pretty girl with as much skin showing as possible. But it was contrived how it got to that. I've never like slashed at a woman before, I promise, but I'm pretty sure that if you slash at her back, it won't make the entire circumference of her top from front to back just rip off and disappear in a nice convenient way. That was like, it's like, it's like if I was to get my sock now, see this, and just kind of, let's just test the theory, right? I'll just make a little snip in my sock. Let's so you can see. There we go. Oh, I've cut it right there. The sock still remains. It doesn't just, whoa, what the hell? Whoa, my sock is just, it ripped off. Oh my god, what the hell? I must have bought these socks off like George Lucas or something. I did not expect that to happen. Okay, bad example. Maybe that does happen when you accidentally kind of slash your clothes. The half of it just rips off. I don't know. I've never seen that happen before, I swear. Anyway, let's kind of ignore that. So, what else can I really say about the Attack of the Clones anyway that I haven't said elsewhere, that hasn't already been said? Very disappointing again. I'm just going to leave it there because I'll just end up ranting and just being stupid. So check back. The next video I'm going to do is on Attack of the Clones. I've just done that, damn it. It will be about Revenge of the Sith, which came out in 2005, and probably the best of the three films in the prequel trilogy, because I don't know, I'll let's get into because next time, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way. So I'm going to watch that film next. I'm going to get it out of the way, leading up to The Force Awakens, because I want to watch all films kind of leading up to that. It's been a while since I've seen them. I do feel a need to just watch the prequels and leave it a while, then watch the original trilogy, because I watch it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that order. But I've done this before. I've watched all 6 in fairly close succession, and I just burn out. Watching the prequels just puts me off, and then by the time it comes to watching those great films, I'm just kind of uninterested by that point. So I'm going to try and leave at least a week or two between watching them, maybe watch them just before Force Awakens comes out, the original trilogy. You don't need to know, that's just kind of my dilemma anyway. So for now I'm going to leave it there. Check back the review of Attack of the... not Attack of the Clones, damn it, that's the one I've done now. The review of Revenge of the Sith is coming up pretty shortly, so check back and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just so you know, for more news, reviews and retrospectives, you can like our page on Facebook, simply called Brand X Reviews. But as well as that, you can also subscribe to us on YouTube via this video. You can also bookmark our website, which is brandxreviews.com, which is pretty much a central hub for everything that I've just mentioned. So check that out and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.